Tēnā hoki anō tātou e te iwi. Welcome back for game number 3 of round number 1 of the 2022 Bunnings Homegrown Touch Series as we head to the men's division. Te Awamutu in the blue and Te Awamutu in the orange. Peter Walters.
Yes, kia ora te iwi. It's going to be another tough one here with these men's players. There hasn't been much such happening, and I really look forward to the battle. A lot of incumbents in there, and equally a number of new exciting prospects to bring on in this team. So the coaching will be put to the test with Rahul Das, the New Zealand head coach, and his assistant, Haura Peawini from Canterbury.
Some great matchups going between these players.
Okay, first up we have Te Awamutu, captained by Mita Graham. So they've got some good combination with club players here. I see Tako Ropati and Sean Law, Tian McIntyre, Pokaioa Kurukanga. They all come from the Playing Up Club in Auckland. Finn Barnett, E4 Jones, some really smart operators, Lance Davids, and then you've got Morris Stone Jr. Okay, and then over on the other side we have in the Te Awamutu team, Portene Pawai's a young prospect coming on. We have the experienced Shaq Stone and Tiwi Davies, Legion Hotham. I really like the look of Mace Parsons and Nathan Rollison, two athletes with long levers. Looking forward to see those guys perform. We've got Trey Poihipi on the end and Bobby Matiariki. Carlos Savage is their captain. This is going to be a good one, team.
Let's take a break and we'll come back to you straight after the break, Harley.
Get out there, get your deck sorted. Weathering will take its toll, so you have to protect it. The feeling of accomplishment you get, second to none. So yeah, long weekends are awesome for doing that kind of stuff.
Decking oil just $88. 2030 PSI water blaster only $119. Decking applicator with handle just $21.50.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
My name is Joseph Sawali. To stay fast on my feet, I need a lightweight and responsive boot. Step up your game with the ASICS Menace. It's lightweight and responsive, which allows for rapid acceleration and a faster transfer through directional changes. The innovative HD10mm technology raises the heel and reduces strain on the legs. Raise your game, play uplifted.
We want to say thank you again to Bunnings, Essex and Bartercard for their support of the 2022 Bunnings Homegrown Series fueled by Indomie. Having a quick look at our referees out there on field today, this afternoon, we have John Dusto, Richie Heap and Shah Bannister Plumridge. We also want to send a quick mahi out to Tony War, the Open Men's manager, who couldn't be here today, and also another quick shout out to Tyson Holren, a local legend in the touch scene, who we want to make sure we send a mahi out to today, who unfortunately can't be here in person, but we know he's tuning in watching.
Te Awamutu will be on the right, running to the left. As you see it on your screen, they'll have the tap off. Te Awamutu to get on defence first and foremost. This will be a fast one, Pete.
Yes, it will be a fast one. Like we say, a lot of incumbents, guys who should be chomping at the bit to get out there and play some high-level touch.
We're moving forward into our next cycle for the World Cup. Pete, where's the next World Cup happening?
Well, I'm not too sure. I'm hearing it's up in England ways, but I'm not too sure, Shano.
A lot of these players will be pushing for contention to get into those teams to head up to that World Cup and represent our country on the elite stage.
Well, you would expect a lot of them to come out of this lot here. And in saying that all these people are expecting to perform today, that's what the coaches are looking for. It's the ones who perform well today will get into play in that Trans-Tasman next year against Australia and then ultimately onto the World Cup.
As we hit midday here in Te Awamutu and the sun is burning. These players are going to be feeling the heat as we tap off. Te Awamutu bringing it down. Nice strong touches at the engagement, Pete. Not letting them get an inch forward. Nice 33 peel.
Oh, 33 peels. Yeah, and E4 went the short side on that occasion. Normally they come back open.
You can see the boys haven't had much summer. A lot of pale legs out there.
Oh,
he's taking the dummy. E4 Jones is in the in goal. Pops over the top.
Looks like we've got a penalty here called by John Dusto. As E4 scooped through, he was looking for his options. There was a holding penalty against the left winger. So Te Awamutu will maintain the position.
Yeah, E4's so good with his feet. He's great footwork and he can accelerate quick off that. He gets through the smallest of gaps.
Yeah, born and bred here in Te Awamutu. E4 Jones, he's on his home patch. Pete, he'll be unstoppable out there today.
Yeah, we're looking forward to big things from him actually. He's always been a great performer for the men's. Sweet play there, and over the top.
Long ball right to left. What's the ref going to call? Dunsto's having a look at it. Yeah. Is he happy?
Finn Barnett on the end of that beautiful long ball.
Some people might have thought that went forward there, Harley, but when it leaves the hands backwards, give us a call or an interpretation of that.
Yeah, we've got an opportunity here to have a look, and you can see Tian McIntyre, perfect pass. The ball's gone backwards out of the hands, even though it may have been caught on or just over the line. The pass itself was fine, so we've got a great try there.
Great. For those young referees coming forward, knowing if the ball leaves the hand backwards, you can play through. Shaq running through.
Looks like we've got a play on call here. And a try's been given.
Shaq Stone slicing through there. And we're 1-1.
Yeah, it was a really good set play. They had some really good options there. And Shaq slots through. And finds a support player who lost his mirror. Well done.
Yeah, that toucher there is calling the touch. Appealing loud. Big loud appeal. Didn't get it this time.
Yeah, great decision there, in my opinion, by Sharp Ennis at Plumridge. For those who are unfamiliar, we spoke earlier about how awesome it was to see female referees in our sport. What's also awesome to see is a former touch black now out there officiating at this level as well.
So many players giving back to our sport, Harley. This game started at a cracking pace. Morris Stone Jr. been a leader in our game for so many years, Pete.
Yeah, as was his father back in the New Zealand Open men's back in the late 80s. And there with his brother on the other team. So Morris, we'll be looking forward to seeing his experience and leadership today.
Great to see how those men shift towards that ball straight away, Pete. No inside pass, getting away and scoring a touchdown on the inside. As Te Awamutu bring it through with their yards. Cracking pace here.
Yeah, it's a 32 platform. Over the top.
Whoa, here we go. Loud appeal from Finn Bartlett, giving the ref no chance to not award the touch. Tempo here, controlling the pace.
I know prior to the game that the referees were really talking about how lateral the game would be, and it was really important at both ends of the field that they're able to get all the way to the corner because there's some big decisions to make there.
On comes a fresh set now, fresh players bringing in the pace. Steps inside.
Unreal.
Stops on a dime. Pete, what did you see there, and what do you think needed to happen in D maybe to prevent that touchdown?
Well, look, Trey, he came win the long ball, and he's coming on such a hard angle to get Finn there that it's easy to get stepped inside. The movement of the other support players coming over could have been a bit better. I think there was maybe Nat Turner come across it just a little bit late and they got the ball down.
Hard to get across after that ball gets thrown so long. You've got to move so quick.
Yeah, well,
setting up now. Shaq on a 33 peel.
33 peel, yep.
It's going open side. Holds up.
Yeah,
oh, hang on here. What have we got
touch
here?
Touch was made there.
Great touch. Shaq looking long, throwing short. Benji special. Flicks in the air, tap on. Nice bat on there to the length. Well done on the wing, stepping up, shutting down any opportunity to score.
Yes, great intensity so far, lads.
Some opportunities to throw back inside there, Pete, as they take that off the field. There's another open player on the inside.
Yeah.
Throw that pass.
Coming back for a latch there.
Pulling the penalty there.
Oh, hang on. What have we got here? It looks like our referee's going to... Yeah, so we've got a penalty. It looks like an elbow towards the head or the face. So a bit of contrary conduct there.
Running one way, stopping on a dime, coming back in the opposite direction, Pete. Got to be painful on the knees.
Well, this is open means, Shane. It's not a problem for these fellas.
Okay, controlling the tempo, looking for a good platform to set up a strike here. 33 peel again, goes open side on a plus, steps inside. Great D. Fakes the 33 hitter, takes it to the open side on a plus ball. And that's the 6th touch. It'll be a hand over here to Awamutu, sprint it back to the 7, and they'll kick into gear.
Yeah, good defence by Te Awamutu there as they head towards their box now. Pretty direct.
Great run, great yards there.
They bring a latcher there, pull that middle towards the link.
Bobby
Finishing off with some speed there. Here's Nathan Rollison, he's quick.
He's got toe. They've mirrored up on that short side, looking to get someone free.
Yeah,
well
done.
Touchdown! Dusto's happy with that. One of Thames Valley's finest, Mr. Dusto. He lost his mirror there, Pete. Managed to hold up for that pass.
Yeah, well, Nathan's speed there. I think that was Legion may have scored that. There's Nathan through. He's got blistering pace. He sights Legion there, throws in, he gets it down before the touch is made.
Great work there, great control in that moment of pressure. Didn't rush the pass. As to Hodafiti come down to the 7-metre line now, bring a sweep around, gives the sweeper, steps back on the crush.
Wow.
Long ball, touchdown.
The skill of these guys and the 25-metre long balls they can throw, it's impressive.
3-2. Te Hodafiti are up 3-2.
Having a look at this, obviously this is the 3rd time in a row now Te Awamutu have scored on that left side. Do you think that that's a focus for their attack, Pete?
Yeah, definitely. They're having success with it, so they're going to stick to it.
86% of the world's population right-handed, getting on their favourite right side. Pete throwing back to the open.
Stop it with those stats, Shano. 30. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Oh. Winger gets high, can read. He's got a 2-on-1. He's got to make a call, steps right into that lane and manages to kill the attack there.
Good defence.
Saves a touchdown. Great defence there by Te Hodafiti. 3-2, Te Awamutu over to Hodafiti here in Te Awamutu. Quick in the 32 with a follow.
Here's some really good options on attack from both teams here. They're mixing it up well.
Yeah, they're competing against each other, Pete. Lots of friends off the field, but nothing on it on the field. Legion in, sweeper coming round, long ball left to right, bat on, looking for that truck trailer on the inside.
Yes, they were.
With so much touch not being played, the boys are keen to play today.
Yeah, loving this intensity.
Shannon Tormoody getting us some good yards down through the field, up to Mitta Graham. Boys have got their shirts tucked in, Pete. What's the reason?
I don't know. Maybe they're bringing back the 70s. I'm not too sure about that one, Shannon.
Well done. Probably don't want to get touched by a lazy singlet, Pete.
Yeah.
Sprinting off the field. Off goes Morris Stone Jr. He'll look for a sub up. Getting off as quickly as he can so he can get another player on.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a penalty there for offside. Again, as we mentioned in earlier games, it's really important for the referees to maintain communication all the way throughout the field so that we can try and get some tries at this end of the field instead of penalties. Something for Te Awamutu to look at is, how are we responding to the referee's calls?
33 Peel again. E4 Jones steps him open, comes back, dives in. All in that eye work, Pete, looking like he's going to throw.
Yes.
Catches the attention of the defender. Defender sees the eyes, goes the wrong way. E4 Jones stepping back, left foot.
Yeah, look at his footwork. He's one of the best around. He'll stand you up, make you still, and boof. Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's done that a lot of times on these fields, been homegrown, born here in Te Awamutu, Pete.
Yes. Okay. Te Awamutu heading down on attack, sweeper play. They feed the sweeper. And, touch was made. He's onside. That's Nat Turner there.
Great play by the defender, holding till he made it onside, so no penalty, then making that touch. Raiki Willison, one of Taharo's finest. Back to Raiki, goes for a 32 platform, scoops, comes open side. Through he goes, looking for a player. Yes. Touchdown.
Yeah, Mace Parsons finishes.
Mace losing his mirror there.
So looking at the replay here, they set up a 32 platform. He picks, he straightens up the toucher, goes down the middle, beats the first saver, then passes off to free Mace Parsons to score.
Anything else that saver could have done, Pete, do you think?
Well, he could have made the touch. He just, his positioning wasn't well. He almost tried to reach back touch, but he's too far away. Positioning issue.
And we're 4-3 to Hodafiti over to Awamutu. 33 Peel. E4 Jones again's done it again, passes out. Well read by Te Awamutu.
Yeah, E4's playing well here.
Last touch, you'd want something different off a last touch, Pete.
Yeah, well, they sort of had a lazy crack. It's hard when you don't have anything organised and they kill your fourth one.
Big yards, big yards.
Yeah, that was a good drive.
Throws the dummy, takes a drive down the centre of the field. Everyone thought he was going straight to the box, and he's going to pull a penalty. Okay, we'll take the tap here as Te Awamutu come back down the field. E4's been on attack for a little while. Someone you try and get a crack on now, Pete. See if he's got any left in the tank.
Yes. Oh, that was a touch. That was a touch on. Was that a play
Come
on?
off the orange player. So what are they going to say? Went forward off the orange player, so it's play on.
Yes, it
Touch
is.
the orange player in flight, goes forward, regathered by Te Awamutu. Touchdown counts.
It takes us to 4-all. She's a tight one.
Talk us through this, Harley, from a referee's position. Watch this. Yeah, touch the player in flight. Play on. There's Tiwi. And Shaquille gets it down. And we're tied up. We thought it would be tight. It's 4-all. It's a Graham on now. Check, check. Quick hit, middle.
Okay, Te Awamutu now they're going to work their way out. They're starting right from their 7 metre. Let's see how far they get down with this set. There's a second touch there.
Second touch. Third touch there, middle steps up. On comes a Latcher. Fourth touch at 3-3.
Yeah, halfway.
Comes another Latcher for the scoop. Strike dump. It's a big one. We're off to the races. Off to the races. Right scooper on the ball. Looking to lose their mirrors. What are we going to call here? What's the ref seen here? Mitter's convincing the ref it was a touch. No problems. Refs confer, and it's a holding call.
Those are really tough calls, of course. Awesome to see the referees in the perfect position. They consulted with each other. Hey, what did you see? What did I see? And then they came out with the right decision.
And once again, Te Awamutu working off the speed of Nathan Rollinson. He scooped through again and found that free player, although the touch was made. Sweeper play.
Profile touch from the defender. Going to step back for a crush. Well done. Touching with his left hand, that defender taking his profile. Here we go again. 33 Peel, common play. Looking long. Oh, bad on. Opportunity there. 21 ruck as they take the first one off. What's the ref seen here?
Yeah, looks like we've got a ruck penalty. I have to admit, pretty good milking there from Te Awamutu to make the most of that. Really good sell. Should look at Shortland Street. Great acting there. They managed to also advance 10 metres forward as a result of the ruck penalty.
Te Awamutu now bringing the ball forward.
Shannon Tormuri there, dummy half.
Great to see Shannon, played in the last World Cup in our mixed program, come through to the men's, a men's specialist.
32, long. They run the numbers. Ooh.
Opportunity there. Looking for your links to try and chop there, Pete.
Yep, definitely. Defence was up to the task.
That's a pressure ball. Pressure ball on Te Awamutu.
That was a pressure pass for sure. And slightly misdirected as well.
So they've just defended that last set. They've turned over the ball on their 7. How do you think the Lungs are feeling in this situation, Pete?
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them now because you are fatigued. Some of them in oxygen debt, so you're not at 100.
Looks like we just had a penalty. I think it was a heavy touch there called by the referee. So first penalty on the 7 metre line. We'll watch to see how that count rises.
What's the chat here from a referee? What are you looking at? Calling numbers, calling positions? Harley, what do you use?
Yeah, so in this position, what's really helpful is actually some of the downtime. Before the ball is rolled, is just having a quick chat to those middles. Hey, boys, all the way onside to the line. All of those little things can actually help get some better outcomes for the game.
Yeah, getting that game flowing, talking to players. Here we go. We're having two boys from Waikato, Legion Hotham and E4 trying to convince the ref, Your Honour, Your Honour.
That's right, and those are the tricky decisions that the referee has to make during the game. And they have all the tools that they need to consult with the referees and the players to make the right call.
Great yards here from Te Awamutu, beat one, extra 15 metres, and now they're on attack. Strong pace. Here comes a drive, strike dump. Bang, scoop. Tiwi's off to the races. Beating his man, looking for someone.
Yeah.
Oh, look one way, past the other. Incredible skills, Tiwi.
Yeah, just misdirected there, didn't hit the target.
Lungs be burning now, especially at this heat as we start to head up to 23 degrees here in Te Awamutu.
Yeah, what I like is the intensity still happening. Both teams are still going hammer and tongs.
Everyone wants to go to Europe for this World Cup. Boys are working hard. Whoa, what's happened here? What's he seen here? What's Dunstow seen? Any views on this one, Harley?
Yeah, it was a tricky pass. It might have been from the ruck, but we've got a forward pass call. And one thing that maybe at home you're not aware of is our referees not only work as a team, but they've also got communication devices at this level. So that call was more likely to come from the sideline as opposed from the centre referee.
Nike Willison on now, sitting out here at right link. Good tight marking. Two teammates there in Trey and Finn, marking each other tightly.
I'm really impressed with Sharp Bannister, the referee. God, I played with that girl in the open mix back in the day, and now she's out there. She's shifted to refereeing, and she's one of our best female referees in a short space of time. Well done, Shah.
Yeah, great contributor to our sport, given many, many years of loyal service and still contributing at every level, from module touch through to the highest level.
Well, she's top of the tree right now with open men's. These are the best in the country, the fastest players around.
So later on in every half, as the game is tight, you'll often notice that the physicality and I guess the bravado starts to appear. It'll be really good to see how the referees are able to handle and manage that as the game progresses.
Yeah, I agree, Harley, and that fatigue factor comes into it. Guys are scared of getting beaten, so it's quite easy to make a hard push or change things up because you're in oxygen debt.
Mitagram here at middle. 32 platform, they'll reset. Not happy with that picture. Back to Mita. He's going to bring Morris Stone round. Comes Mossy. Quick pass off. And a follow. Old dogs, old tricks paying off.
Yeah, that was clever play from the old campaigners, Mita Graham and Morris Stone. Cut that cheeky stuff out, you two.
Great play from Te Awamutu. Lots of skill. Something New Zealand's known for is a lot of skill. Well organised here, great set and platform. Throws that quick one. Looking for that other defender to come through and take us back. This is powerful yards. Oh, footwork. Calls that touch. Beautiful call. The ref's under pressure and talking well to the players.
Yeah, really crucial, especially with little time left on the clock. Every little bit that they can say out of their mouths really helps.
Oh, he's calling.
Oh, he got his foot. No, he's got a play on call. It looks like we're giving a try here.
Great explanation by the ref. 42 seconds to go in this game, and we're locked up at 5-all. Talk us through this, please, Harley.
Yeah, what's really important, of course, first point is positioning. And you can see Richie there in a perfect position. If you look again at that play, the play's actually stopped short of the 7 metres, so it's actually really easy for him to call. He just said, hey, you were in front of the line and offside, I've got to give this a try. Yeah,
great explanation by Richie, working well with the players. Nice, respectful communication. At the end of the day, he's the only one with the whistle. Beautiful left to right pass.
Yeah, great touch by Trey, the winger there.
Well done. Asking some big questions now to Awamutu. 4 seconds to go. What are you going to do with 3 seconds to go?
Well, they're trying not to make the touch. They tried to hold it in there.
Trying to suck back so that they don't have to make that touch. Jones. Yeah. Great half. Nice pressure, both teams. Thoughts on that first half, Peter?
Wow, it's just so good to see our open men out there and the standard and the intensity. It's a really good touch out there. I like the experienced guys that really led from the front. Carlos Savage for his team, Mita Graham. Morris Stone Jr. Yeah, some great leadership out there, boys.
Great first half and a great second half to come for all of you watching from home. This, the 2022 Bunnings Homegrown Touch Series.
Yeah, Indomie and Bunnings, great sponsors of our sport, and we're glad that they've been with us for a while, and hopefully the relationship continues, boys. You know, it's really appreciative of all the stuff that they give. Getting back to the game now, the teams are just coming into halftime with their chats with their coaches, so there's nothing in it at the moment. They'll be talking about things like, okay, if they're going to make any changes this half with the tactics that they're running. They've been running certain plays. Do we carry on with those? Do we now change? Do we change 10 minutes into the sport? Are we now going to run plays that we've been holding back for the first half? So there'll be a lot of those conversations going on.
In these situations, Pete, just looking at some of the players trying to find some shade and get in the shade. They go into their pods to talk about the things that matter to them in their positions. Do you start to spot players now, Pete, and start to find players that you think you're going to throw some plays around or some sides of the field? How do you approach it?
Yeah, well, the two coaches will be the coach will be coming together. He's obviously had a plan beforehand on what they would be doing at halftime. You'd see one team splitting into pods. One is with the coach talking to them all. The other team split into pods, and they're having their little group chat. So it's very different how you can approach this halftime.
Again, another chance to just recognise all of our hard-working people behind the scenes, the event and tour manager, Mr. Guy Barton, our ground announcer here, Pat Spellman, Harley Wall, our ground manager, commentator, communications Tess Blakeborough and Jackson Miller, brought to you by Stream Shop for all of our live streaming. And, of course, our thanks always out to our principal sponsors, Bunnings, ASICS, Bartercard, Indomie and Silverfern and SAS, sponsoring this event for our people. Touch is back, people.
Yes, and we just as we see now, Rahul, the New Zealand head coach, is talking to his Te Awamutu team. Obviously, the crowd can't hear what he's saying, but we certainly can, boys, and some interesting stuff going on there, all around his tactics and the game plan. Powder doing the same. Powder's got his whiteboard there, his little notebook there, and he's taking little things that he's obviously written down from the first half, and he's relaying that to his players now.
Polder doing some great stuff down in Canterbury men's for a long time, still contributing to our game. People in the shade enjoying this game as we head into the second half of Game 3 of Round 1 of the 2022 Bunnings Homegrown Touch Series live from Te Awamutu. Refs call our players back out onto the field.
It's Te Awamutu men's to tap off this half. Let's see if they're going to run that same platform. They've been running some good 32 picks, some good 33 peels. Let's see what they kick off with for this one.
Halftime's also a good opportunity for our referees to come together, have a little reflection on what worked well in the first half, maybe a few things to look out for in the second half. Let's see how they are able to get back to the game too.
Sweep coming, wide sweep, pass straight back, another follow. Tiwi and Shaquille Stone connecting. 32 platform. Tiwi comes open side, looks, takes his time.
Yeah.
Great touch, Finn Bartlett.
Yeah, Finn Bartlett, he's got to be the premier winger at the moment. He's just his timing, his reading of the play, his positioning, pre-touch, it's pretty good.
Shannon Tormoody doing some great work at the ruck there. Dummy half, quick play. E4 Jones into dummy half. Players on straight away. No downtime. Ball down, ball up. Okay, into the attacking zone now. Play the fifth.
Yeah, he tried to work to catch that penalty, hopefully. It's a common thing done when there's not on, and just scoop and try and get an offside call.
Ball was handed over pretty quickly there, Pete, and he was behind the toucher when he handed it over. Best place to hand the ball over?
Yeah, you've got to be on your way back, and you don't want to be giving to them and you're behind the play. You've got to try and get back on side and give it to them without giving away a penalty, obviously.
Coaches would be wanting those little errors to be cut out at this level. Listen to that ref. No winger, good too. Communications loud and clear. All players really clear where they are.
Yeah, with regards to the communication, they work as a team. So even on the sidelines, you're still working as hard as you can to get players all the way back on side in line with the on-field referee. Opportunity
there to score, goes begging.
Yeah, it was on play. There were support players there into space. Skill error there with the pass not connecting.
Te Awamutu bringing it off, trying to get it over to this ruck, over to this box side so they can get fresh on. Here come the Te Awamutu players sweeping on now, coming to look for some action. Head back to the middle, 33 here. Working players, dummy Shrews on the short side.
Yeah, Portene Paiwai out of half. It was a great decision to sell the dummy and go through.
Running at a retreating defence, good yards from those fresh players coming on, and Te Awamutu will take a lead, 6-5.
Yeah, it's a second try, I think, for Mace Parsons here. So Daniel Morgan Putaranga here. Portene takes his defender short side, runs through the middle.
That's that 3-3 split again, Pete, where you're wanting that other middle just to hold there for a bit and make that touch so he's not caught in a long mirror. Needed to probably make that touch.
Yeah, you would think as an open side middle defender that he could have held his space and got him on a reach back touch, but he ended up going to mirror and giving him the opportunity to run through and pass off.
Te Haurāwhiti on the attack now. Sweeper comes round, gives to the sweeper, steps inside and appeals for the touch and gets the call.
Yeah, Takoha, he's good on the quickie as well. You'll see him having a dive off a sweep or off a quickie. Gets good length in the dive.
Sweeper coming, rolling. Talk to me about the rolling, Harley.
Yeah, so what we see here is that Haurāwhiti were moving the ball to the right, but the right side defence on the opposite side were actually shifting back. They can't do that. They must maintain their position or keep moving forward.
Great. E4 Jones.
Looks like... I thought we were going to get a try there, but it looks like the referee's gone back for the offside penalty first. So that's number 2. Hawauri will be on their toes, making sure that they don't offend again. Otherwise, they may lose a player onto the sideline.
Yeah, 2 Geordies in a row there.
Yep. Geordie split to the open side, stepping back. Talk to me about this word, imminent touch. I can't really spell it, Harley. What's imminent touch mean, mate?
Imminent meaning that the touch is, I guess, imminent and about to happen, and that's really a case of distance, is how far away is the player that's on defence away from the ball. It can be tricky because sometimes an imminent touch doesn't get made.
Probably happened in that last situation where imminent touch. Oh, Finn steps inside.
Well, looks like the touch is claimed, but I think they're going to give that one.
Well done. Great defence at one end, great attack at the other end by Finn, Pete.
Yes, he's the form winger by far. So he throws it over top and he steps back in his winger, then he launches and dives away from the winger and the link. So it's a great skill.
Winger did well to force him back inside. Who are you expecting to make that touch on the inside, Pete?
Well, you'd think the link would be there. However, if the link was going in on the phase before, then it's hard for him to double out and get back out there to make that touch.
33 play. Comes back open side, throws to the passive out the back. Well read. Finn's on fire. Up and making that touch. 32 platform. Shaq. Skills. Shaq with all the silky skills from since he was at Rotorua Boys, part of the Rokura program.
Looks like there was another offside call. An opportunity here for Te Awamutu to get some fresh legs on. So that advantage, I guess, is now present, fresh versus tired.
Yes, they've changed their pod. Got the new fresh attacking pod on.
First saw Shaq at 2011 World Cup up in Scotland, Pete. He's been around a lot of years now.
Yes, he has. He actually won a series with the under-19s over 10 years ago against Australia in the Youth Trans-Tasman.
Holding up.
Class play.
Brings a sweeper round, steps back on a crush, holds up the ball, holds off the defence.
Yeah, Nathan Rollinson, he's been playing well. He had a couple of those scoops in the first half where we saw his raw speed. Now he comes back and he just dives in. He comes around on a sweep, holds it up, and he dives in with his length. It's a touchdown.
Defender, what would you want from the defender here, Pete?
The defender's the open side defender's got a shut. He just held his space and didn't move.
He realised that after the moment.
It's been a common theme today with a lot of that, the first saver not actually shutting down. So it's something that all the teams would need to talk about and get right.
Sweeper coming again. Gives to sweeper, steps back on a crush. Long ball, right to left. Great attempt to chuck that ball back inside on a truck trailer. It's ruled a turnover.
Yeah, it looks like he dropped the ball instead of actually catching it first on the full. So Te Awamutu now back on the ball in hand, heading down the field.
They'll go 2 out in this, bring the sweeper over for 32 platform. Link will pick up. They'll bring a chuck back to another middle, take us off. On come fresh players. Tiwi on the drive.
That was a tricky decision to have to make for the referee there. He was trying to get onside for the next 7 metres. At the same time, the ball had been bobbled. He had to do a big 360 just to get that call right.
Quite disappointing after some good yards there, Pete, to have an unfortunate finish like that in a striking position.
Yes, that last strike dump was crucial. I think that might have been 4 or 5, and you need to get those ones right after all the work you've done on 1, 2 and 3.
Te Awamutu on attack now. E4 Jones again. Little quick two-man play. Tap, tap, check, check. Bobby Matiaraki bringing it off. Good decision by dummy half. Shaquille had overrun the pass, didn't give it. Bobby taking another yard. Good work rates.
Yeah, come on the fresh ones now. Defenders have just gone back 65 metres and they're tied. The fresh ones have come on fresh.
Scoop. Looking for a little bit more depth off the support players there, Pete.
Yeah, sometimes people just run to support when they should be actually thinking about their depth and where they need to be, knowing there's a shutdown defender going to come at them.
We get a call from the referee there. Any comms you heard from that one, Harley, about getting back on side?
No, yeah, I do think it was an offside penalty. In front of the box as the players are coming on and off, it's really difficult because there's a lot of noise as the attacking players are subbing. It can be quite hard to communicate to the defending team on that side at the same time.
Fast-paced game here as these players take the ball forward. Huge pressure on the referees. 33, sweeper coming. And they've stayed up static. Gives to sweeper. Comes back open side. It's a long chase. Throws a dummy. Still makes a touch. Great commitment by the winger. Didn't take any dummies. Just went straight to his target, Pete.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do at times. And he picked the right one then.
2-out sweeper coming from the far side. We talk about that one, Pete, when you're starting from a 21 ruck on the far side, trying to get a middle play, get it to the centre of the field so you can bring up fresh players on.
Yes, it just makes less touches to get to the side on it because you'll be there by 2.
Looking for this extra check now. 2 hands on the ball all the time, nice and strong. 33 play, sweeper coming back door. Steps back on a crush, long
nice
left to
passing.
right.
Yeah.
Touchdown!
Yeah, that was with Mace Parsons, left to right over the top. Great skill.
Perfect timing, perfect execution. Comes on the 3-2. Bang, steps back on a crush. Everyone shuts over the top. Well done. Winger caught with the shoulders in, Pete. Hard to turn and chase.
It's a good game, 8-6, boys.
Still all on with 9 minutes to go in this premier game. Men's Open at the 2022 Bunnings Homegrown Touch Series. Te Awamutu now. Looking, scheming. It's a quick one. Diving under. Oh, did he have
he lost control?
Well done. Referee right in front of that.
Dry conditions here makes it a little bit harder. You have to maintain position when you're going for those dives, something that they'll have to look at as they go forward in this series.
Amazing the fitness Richie's showing there. He's calling players on, off. He's running backwards. The fitness of our referees incredible. Great work, Richie. Steps back, short side on a crush. Long right to left. Truck trailer. Oh! The boys are holding great skills. Finn walking there, letting the boys have a rest. Take a breather, boys. We'll just walk. And we can set up this Indomie replay. Tap. She's volleyball here, boys. Extras. Throwing that extra pass, extra yards. Okay, Mitta walking back, letting the middles get set with a play, giving them talking time and thinking time. Smart play. Okay, they want to get organised here. Get some structure in their play.
Yeah, could be a sweep play. Could be a... No, he's changed it to Geordie.
Oh! Going to give it timing. Mitta Graham. Great pass, holding his line.
Yeah, almost looked too easy, that one, and that's what experience gives you.
Knew when to hit the pedal.
Yeah, so he stepped in field over Geordie. Then they just run a show line.
Nice little fake pass there.
Yeah.
Looked like it was going to go out the back. Mitta runs through. gives the thrower enough decision-making options. Looks out the back, then throws short.
The thing with that play, there was nothing flashy about it at all. That's just pure basic skills done really, really well.
Yes, and not a good read by the defenders. You'd think they would have, as an open side, all moved together.
Talk us through this one on the Indomie replay, Pete. That looked too easy.
Yeah, Nate Turner scored there, so let's have a look at it now. So they run a sweep play. Daniel passes straight to the short side to Nate, who had split wide. All the defence had been moving the way to where the sweep was going, and he ran the opposite way. So it's a good smart play.
Come back against the grain. E4 taps it off, takes us down 9 metres on the first touch. Got to be happy when you get 9 off the first touch, Pete.
Yeah. You'd want to get down there with 3 touches in hand. Oh, yeah.
Skill execution. They'll be wanting to pick that up in this last 6 minutes to pull themselves back in the game. Te Awamutu behind on the scoreboard, 9-7.
Yes, Te Awamutu now. Let's see what they do. 2 out. They bring that sweep around. There's a second touch here. That's good.
Bobby Matiaraki again, driving them forward. The boys going forward. Down comes a fresh player. Striked up, 3-3. And we're off to the races. Oh, looking for that link. Again, just our links, the timing.
Yeah, timing and positioning, Shano. Could have been deeper, could have been more in field.
Some of those rucks are looking messy, Harley.
Yeah, I think it's a reflection of the speed of the game as well. And for the referees, you can't want to be too picky because it may actually be a disadvantage to the attacking team. So sometimes you've got to put it in your pocket and just say, play on, we'll play through that one.
5 minutes to go, Pete. You'll be looking for some tired legs. Anyone who's looking a bit fatigued,
start
picking on them. What's the call here?
Yeah, that was fantastic.
That's a way long dive, and she's happy with that, our referee. And we're 9-8.
Just going to this replay, I think Lance Davids was the sweeper. We'll just confirm that looking at it now.
Well set up, patient.
So here we get the strike dump here, and it is Lance coming around.
Steps back.
And it's just got that beautiful low dive.
Our defender probably needed to get back on the line, take that V-line, get back up off that line so he couldn't get under him, Pete.
Yes.
That strong V-line, backing up. 33 platform. Resetting, not happy with that picture. Starting again. 32 platform, back inside. A lot of action there. Referee's going to confer.
Yeah, the first call was a recount, but it was quite hard to see on that replay whether or not the ball came forward from orange or actually forward from blue.
Great example of refereeing here, Harley, conferring with each other, checking the call.
Oh, yes, so they've going to carry on with the play on, and I think they're going to give the try here. But it'd be good to have a chance to have a look back at this one, because it can be quite technical.
Must touch a player in flight, Harley.
Yeah, if there was a hand involved, it's just which hand and which way the ball went. I see, okay.
Ooh.
Went backwards off Moss, the player got it and scored it. You're talking earlier on, Harley, the player has to catch it and then put the ball down.
Yeah, I think it's again a reflection of how hard it is to make some of those decisions in the heat of the moment. You've got a split second to make a call, and even then, even after we've conferred, it still can be quite tricky to get the right outcome. But the score is, as it stands, 10-8 up to Te Awamutu.
Referees never have the benefit of a replay like us, Harley.
No, I think it would slow our game down if we had the bunker like the NRL. And that's the benefit of our game. It's just so beautiful to watch. It's so quick and so fast moving.
Willison takes it off. Te Awamutu bringing the ball forward. On come the fresh players. We're 10-8 here with 3 minutes to go. Anything can happen with 3 minutes to go. It's a long time.
Looks like there was a no-touch call, so I think that the planter had released the ball before the touch was made by Te Awamutu, so now they'll have the ball and working out of their red zone.
Te Awamutu are chasing the game. They'll need to create something. Te Awamutu holding on to the game. They'll want that clock to be working in their favour. Mita Graham's on, trying to pull one back for the boys. Got a sweeper on, but he goes out the open side. Does that, runs that play with the follow again. That's the second time he's run that today, Pete.
Yeah, great leadership there by Muta. Calling the right play, running the right lines, timing your pass. Great skill and great leadership.
Throws that back in. Gets that middle, comes back this
Look
short
how
side.
he gets it. He doesn't even look at where he's passing till late.
Similar to the old Blues follow, Pete.
Yes.
Right, 10-9, 2 minutes to go. Te Awamutu are walking as you would. Harley, from a tap-off at halfway start a game, does every player have to be behind the ball?
Yeah, the attacking team does. You can start a play or the game with 4 players only, but it is really important that all players are onside. And that actually goes for any tap during the field. So if there's a forward pass on the field, the referee should technically not allow the tap to go until all the attacking players are behind the player with the ball.
Wow, everyone behind the ball on a penalty.
Absolutely.
Great little refereeing tip there for our up-and-coming refs. Everyone behind the ball on a tap. Hodafiti taking it down the field. They're chasing the game. They need to get down there and put something on. Probably want E4 Jones on a pass down the end here, Pete. He's been doing some good work.
Yeah, he's getting in position.
Yeah, pulls a penalty. They're going to get a set of 6 here. Yeah, the managers will be calling out time on the clock. 1:18 to go. That'll be relayed to the players, Pete.
Yes. You would want them to use their whole 6. Still be trying to score early in these early ones, but working the whole 6.
Low risk passes on the early ones, Pete. Trying for a cheapie.
Yes.
Still 60 seconds to go. Touches in hand. High percentage plays needed here. Sweeper hiding in the background. Round he comes. Doesn't give it to him.
Yeah, good defense.
Is that the play you wanted there, Pete?
No.
Straight to the point, eh, Pete? 40 seconds left and they're up by 1. What's the game plan from here? And we have a penalty for the offside.
Te Awamutu will look to slow that down, wind down the clock with 30 seconds to go. We'll send Harley out there to do some interviews, see if these boys have got any breath left to talk to him. 21 seconds on the clock. Just hold it for your set of 6 and you're going to win this game. You'll go 1 up in the series.
33 Peel. Fake.
They go the open side on the pass.
Great strike. Great strike by Eful.
We need an intercept here. Asking the referee the markers, slowing the game down. They'll shake hands, take the touch. And that's the end of the game with Te Awamutu taking the win, 10-9.
Yeah, great game, and the coaches will be happy with what come out of that. A lot of skill, a lot of flair, and a lot of awesome planning, awesome execution. That was a good game of touch.
All the players are going to get a break, Pete. We're going to come back shortly after this. What's the program for the second round, Pete? We get a lunch break.
Yes, I think we've got a bit of a break. I think the next one will be starting in an hour's time, or just an hour and 13 minutes by my watch, Shano. So we're back again to the women's, followed by the mixed, followed by the men's for the second round of games. Their final round of games will also be tomorrow. So it's a 3-game series. And we get to watch the best of our players in the country, Shannon, as we build up and they start getting prepped for all the upcoming series against Australia and ultimately the World Cup in 2 years' time.
That's an awesome opportunity, Pete, for you and I to go and get some Indomie noodles on toast. One of my favourite meals, Pete. We're going to take a break now and cut to Harley Wall.
We're going up to see Jenny and surprise her with her $5,000 prize. Let's go. Jenny, congratulations. You're a Bunnings Homegrown hero.
I'm pretty overwhelmed, I guess, still. Pretty honoured and humbled to be a Bunnings Homegrown hero. We're trying to create a bit of a legacy for our touch whānau and just see all the people out there having so much fun and enjoying the sport we love. That makes all the work that we put in really worth it.
Of Te Awamutu men's team. This is Carlos Savage. Congratulations on today's win. What was the key to today's success?
I think we got a simple game plan set up from our coach. The boys all brought into the game plan and made it quite easy for us when we were out there. when it's plain and simple, even if the lungs are gone, then you can still revert back to the easy stuff. So yeah, no, it's been awesome.
As for all our teams, including you guys, you all came into camp yesterday. Did you find it hard to make connections, or were they already kind of existing and already there?
Yeah, there are a few new boys, but with the bunch that we have, they quickly get them into gear. So the new boys that have come in, they fit in real well. And yeah, we look forward to seeing them in the future, whether it's in a black singlet or later on in Fuckers, Nationals, or all of that.
So another game this afternoon. What are some things that you think you guys will take into that one?
Probably just sticking to the game plan. There was a few times where we went away a little bit through the middle part there, but just sticking to our guns, sticking to what we know, and yeah, hopefully we can get another one this afternoon.
Awesome, and all the best for this afternoon. We'll throw back to Shane and Pete. Thank you for your time.
Kia ora te iwi. Well, that's it. Our first round of games done and dusted. The women's, the mixed and the men's. What a great series it was, with all three games very, very close. We look forward to the next round of games, which is in roughly an hour's time. So get some lunch, enjoy the sun in Te Awamutu, and we will see you in an hour's time. Kia ora.
Grab your waters, boys.